Friends is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. Jennifer Aniston has an Instagram account. We could not be more excited. So let's use TV to force some introspection onto ourselves through some top-rated episode discussions here on Dude Soup. Hey, friends that I hang out with all the time at this local coffee shop in downtown Manhattan. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Adam.
I'm doing well, but the bigger question is, how are you doing?
Well, with that said, let me introduce all my friends here today. I'm Adam, playing the playing the role of Ross and/or Chandler.
Okay.
Elise is joining me today as.
Oh, hey, it's me, Rachel.
Phoebe?
Hey, Phoebes. Hey.
Sounds like Rachel. Doesn't look like Rachel.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Not
I'm
cold
pretty
enough
sure
in
she
here.
wore. Oh yeah, I didn't do the nipples. I was gonna do
We
like
talked about
fake
this.
nipples, but then
People would think they were real nipples and then
and
masturbate.
so I feel like mid series of Friends. This is kind of something Rachel would have worn before she got really fancy at Bloomingdale's.
The fashion is coming back around, so I
Yeah.
think you nailed it. James?
If you don't want you stop doing.
Okay. Eric
Doesn't
Stoltz?
sound like that.
You're Giovanni Ribisi, Phoebe's weird
Yep,
brother.
you're right.
Who gets her pregnant.
No, I'm Tom Selleck.
Oh, that's a good one.
Makes sense.
I
I'll
just
take
didn't
that.
have the mustache.
He was a hot old man in many of the seasons. And Alana, you are some sort of Dragon Ball character.
I'm a slut. That's like one of the only things that I could find that Fat Monica actually says.
Oh, you're Fat Monica.
Fat Monica.
Okay.
This is the only black wig we have.
It looks pretty much like Monica's
That's
hair.
what I figured.
It's close. Yeah, she did wear a fat suit in some of those episodes. But so just for the fans, and I guess also for our audio listeners who have no idea what the hell is going on, Warner Brothers reached out to us and said, hey, we're celebrating 25 years of Friends. 25 is a weird number. I don't know why you don't wait till 30, but
Quarter of a century.
maybe, I guess one of them might be, knocking on the,
Wow.
Okay.
heaven's
okay.
door.
Wow.
So they sent us this couch and this backdrop. I guess we'll post a picture of it on Twitter or something like that so you can see it. But we are here in Central Park.
Well,
pretty dope.
We should also say that we thought we were kind of unique in that, but they also sent out
To
like
everyone.
2,000 of them.
Yes. So this is not the actual couch from the set.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. The show was filmed in Los Angeles, not New York.
Yeah, I knew
Oh,
that.
really?
We,
I didn't
we
know
all
that.
knew that.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. Yeah.
We all knew that.
They
Anyway,
had that
so
one street.
Regardless, could this be any cooler?
How you doing?
So Chandler always goes, could it be?
he had a drug problem. I wish you would
did,
take this
yeah.
I
seriously.
like the episodes where his face is red like a pig. I don't know.
drugs?
He just went through a phase where he's like recovering from drugs, and his face was all swollen and red.
Well, we're all friends here, and we're all fans of the show Friends. So what I did was I went through and picked I went through like many different top 25 lists, top 10 lists, top 5 lists, and from there I curated some of the best lists out there of the best episodes, and I made the perfect Funhouse list of Friends.
Perfect.
We're talking about Friends, not the
Sorry,
Big Bang
I
Theory.
apologize.
Please stay on track.
Bazinga?
What I'm going to do though is I'm going to pull my favorite episodes, which are the best episodes, and I'm going to pull talking points from those episodes, and we will discuss. So first question for you guys. This is from the episode from season 4, episode 1, the one with the jellyfish. Would you let your friend pee on your leg if a jellyfish
Yes. Oh, there's more?
stung you? So like Alana, you're from Australia.
I've been bitten by jellyfish multiple times.
So would you let
Did
a
you
friend
get peed on?
and you'd let a friend pee on you because of that?
You know what? I probably would if it was like on my leg or something. If they're gonna like pee on my back or my chest, that's gonna be a hard no. But they generally, because it's so common in Australia, people have vinegar, like the lifeguards just pour vinegar on you.
Okay.
Oh, you're just supposed to use. I thought it was something about urine that made it special.
No, vinegar
you want
works a
ammonia in it.
charm.
Oh, ammonia. That's the secret ingredient.
That's why pee is good, because it has
Yeah.
ammonia.
So James, are you gonna let me pee on you?
I mean, yeah, I don't care. Pee is clean. Pee is cleaner than the ocean that you were swimming in where you got stung. Make no mistake about it. Human beings would be better off if they were swimming in a bunch of pee than they would if they were swimming in the ocean.
I don't know if I believe that.
It's true.
Do you think it works if someone were to pee on their hand and then wipe it on you? Because I would like that seems fine.
No, it has to come direct.
Yeah, it
'cause
can't
then
be
there's-
tainted.
Yeah, I was gonna say then there's all kinds of different microbiotics that have now come
Changes
into play.
the pH balance.
It has
You
to
gotta-
come straight from the shaft
You got to aim it
or
like
whatever it is women pee out of.
it has to be shot on you like Norman Reedus on a hike. Just
Yeah.
hit you like a bullet. That's a reference to an upcoming game called Death Stranding where they reveal that you can pee on things.
Yep, very
Well, I
exciting.
guess you just have to. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the game. So, Fun times. Elise.
Do you need to ask? The answer is yes, of course. Can a jellyfish sting you in the face? Is that something
It
that
stung
can
my
happen?
eyes.
I think so.
Ah,
you
it
look-
stung my tongue.
You look fine. I don't think anything
Nope,
stung
it's
you.
definitely a stung eye.
We were at the beach once years ago with some friends, and someone got stung by a stingray. And then
Wow.
I think everyone tried to pee on him.
Mhm.
That's not a cure for stingray.
What happened? Did you have to go to
No.
the hospital?
I
Walk
don't-
it off,
He
I
was like
think.
a friend of a friend, so we were like,
This
We're-
isn't my problem.
And that's how
Yeah.
Steve Irwin
We're gonna
died.
go.
I had a question about that actually, because I remember they said Steve Irwin was stabbed through the heart.
Yeah.
yeah, it was like a lucky shot.
So because they swim, it's weird. They have the long tail, right? The sharp tail. They don't fly into you, right?
Well, you don't know what Steve was doing at the time.
he took a sharp.
He
Well,
probably
I think
he could have had it.
I think he picked it up. He was filming for his
Yeah.
daughter's TV show.
yeah.
He was like,
So
oh,
it's
I'm gonna
all
ride
footage.
this stingray.
But it was a lucky shot. The stingray, poor stingray, probably feels just terrible.
Terrible. Kill the
about it.
national icon.
Bill Maher doesn't feel bad.
Bill Maher.
Remember they had that Halloween costume?
Yeah, Bill Maher.
Oh,
was
that's just
It was
not-
shitty.
that's pretty not very, very tasteful.
You know, no one's perfect. Not even Bill Maher.
Shockingly.
he looks like a puppet or a muppet, I don't know, something like that. But no, yeah, I always wondered that. I thought he was underwater and it stung him. I just assumed because he was stung by a
I
stingray.
think he was.
I think he was
Yeah.
underwater.
But I think he was
Oh,
like
but
picking it up.
Oh, he tried to pick
but
it up.
he was
under-
like, "Oh, I'm manipulating the way it was swimming," and then so it I think it just did like because it's on the tail, right? So and then it went in the one spot it's not supposed to go.
Yeah, it wouldn't have killed him if it was anywhere else.
Yeah,
well, this isn't the conversation I wanted to
just
have.
like
Yep.
friends.
I just wanted to see
Anyway,
us
you
all-
can pee on my legs, but nowhere higher.
Okay.
Now we're higher than the
And
legs.
everyone else, it's because being stung by a jellyfish. This is another question I had. I could have researched this, but much like sitcom television, it's more fun to have discussion. What if you get stung by a jellyfish? I've seen it happen to Steve-O and like Jackass and stuff. It's not life threatening. Right?
No, it just hurts a lot.
Okay.
It can kill a kid. I mean, blue bottles in Australia are super. It depends on the jellyfish.
Okay.
And children are weak.
I know it almost hurt. It almost killed Dory.
Like in
Yeah, and
There was a
Finding Nemo.
documentary I saw when I was in my teens about this clownfish and then his best friend Dory, who was like had like the Joeys.
They don't know nothing. Can't remember nothing.
Dory gets stung by a jellyfish? I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, just keep swimming, but then because
Oh, yeah, they
he's
get, like, a little bit
clownfish, he's
zapped.
immune, but she's not. Dory, swim, Dory.
And other shows featuring jellyfish include the hit show Patriot that got canceled in its third season because no one watched it and has a great scene featuring jellyfish. And I highly recommend you watch it.
Is there urine involved as well?
I don't think so.
there's a
Bummer.
beautiful anime called Princess Jellyfish.
What's that?
It's just a really, really sweet
Yeah.
and like beautifully drawn anime about a girl like dealing with the death of her mother, and she loves to draw. She likes to go to the aquarium and look at jellyfish and draw. It's very sweet.
Well, this was just a primer. It was just to get us started. Everyone's seen the episode. We know Joey had to pee on Monica.
He dug the hole, so they went in the hole. And
That's right. There's a
Yeah.
whole thing. We never see it happen in the show because it's a clean show. It's fine. But here's the next question. This was a life-changing moment, I think, for most people. We were talking about it before we're filming. This is up there with, I think, Who Shot Mr. Burns? This is the one with Ross's wedding, season 4, episodes 23 and 24. So you're about to wed the love of your life. And in the show, it's debatable. I don't know if she was really that one. And you say the wrong name during your vows. Do you power through or cut your losses? Alternative question: you are the bride. Do you forgive Ross?
I think the question is like, there are lots of names that I could say that James would be very happy to be called.
Oh yeah.
Like if I was
Depends
like,
on the name.
if I was like, I take the macho man, he would be like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I take the Henry Cavill.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I take the Henry because I confuse him.
Yeah.
But I thought
Like he looks so
standing
similar.
in front of Henry Cavill.
Same size.
It can be interpreted as a compliment
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Well,
So-
in Ross's case, he was jet lagged. He's in a different country. He was stressing out.
He's
and
also kind of a dirtbag.
and
Yeah,
he's
he's also
been married
a
a
bit
few
of a piece of
times.
shit.
Yes.
He just spoken to Rachel, had this dramatic moment with her.
So his excuse was she was fresh on my mind. It just for some reason instead of saying Emily, I said Rachel.
Yeah.
Is that forgivable, or do you like Emily?
I think it's
him out of your
forgivable.
life.
It's forgivable, but if I were Emily, I would have the Ross of this situation have to cut off all contact with the Rachel.
That's what she does on the
No,
show.
I know. I'm describing what happens with
That's
the
what
show.
James.
I know, yeah.
Joey.
First
That's
things
what she does
first,
on the show.
I would climb out the window, disappear for a little while.
James,
come back.
She does that. Right
Yeah,
after
We
it
can
happens.
save this, but And then I want to do it for a not long enough time that then everyone thinks I'm the bad guy until they don't want me around anymore, and then I'm kicked off.
That
the show.
happens.
Is it?
Yeah.
What happens? What
Joey hangs out with the Duchess. I remember that.
does Fergie or whatever?
Yeah, what happened to her?
He's like, "How you doing, Fergie?"
Sarah Ferguson's still around. Seems like she has an okay relationship with the royal family now.
What does it mean to be a Duchess?
There's a lot of titles. It means you got land or something.
But you're rich?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
duchy.
Yeah.
You're rich.
I don't know.
Is England the only place with royalty that still owns land like that?
No,
No.
Really?
Saudi Arabia is.
Oh, well.
We've got duchess and kings and that in other places, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Estonia, probably.
The king of Norway.
Unrelated question, still related to this, not in the episode. It's never brought up. Is it a dick move to have a wedding in London and invite all your friends?
Yes.
I mean, I have thought about that, and then I live in a country that is 20 hours away from my family. No plans getting married anytime soon, but I'm like, what would I do? Like, in theory, I'm probably not going to marry an Australian. So, Hawaii?
Yeah, find a midpoint. That's what we did. We were like, let's find a fun midpoint.
Yeah.
But like, I understand because it would be the same thing for her family going to New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it also gave the friends an excuse to go shoot on location.
And for Chandler and
It's
Monica
kinda-
to hook up. For the
It's
first
pretty
time.
shitty for Phoebe, who couldn't go.
She's pregnant with her brother's kids.
Yes.
That's a plot point.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many kids does she have? 3? What is it, Jess? 3?
Phoebe.
Jess is here in the control room.
Yeah, it was
watching.
triplets.
Is she?
Yeah. She's very excited to see the friends. I just saw her hand. She said 3. Okay. Thank you.
Um,
No one knows more about friends than Jess.
What
so
it also means you wouldn't be able to get married in an old broke down castle.
that's true.
Also
There
true,
aren't
huge
many
FOMO.
old broke down castles in New York.
Have you ever had a friend that was like, we're getting married? And it's like your friend you grew up with or whatever, North Carolina or Canada or Australia. And they're like, getting married in Hawaii. You're like, thanks.
Yeah, imagine all of your friends being in Australia, Adam. Literally everyone you know is
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yes.
It's difficult.
But you could go there.
Yeah, but it like
That
takes,
makes sense.
It takes 2 days to get
expensive.
You
there.
go where most of the people are. That
Yeah.
makes sense, right? You don't you don't just throw a dart and then go, Brussels.
Well,
We're getting married in Brussels. Come join us. You're all invited. You go, thanks, dude.
well, but in defense of Emily, Ross didn't invite any of his coworkers. Okay, he only invited his
castmates.
his sister's roommates, and then his old childhood friend and his friend's roommate.
Yeah.
Then his parents went, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it would make sense. I think there were way more people that Emily knew that were there for the wedding,
That's a good
based
point.
off the number of extras they hired for that scene.
Okay, so
And Rachel wasn't even going to go in the first place,
All
and
right.
Phoebe didn't go.
so we're
He
on
had no
agree-
friends.
Okay, so we all agree Ross was in the wrong.
I mean,
The answer is always yes.
yeah. For the original question, what was it? If you screw that up, you'd have to power through, I think. Yeah, you just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Would you forgive him? I mean, yeah, you also have to do that. Or what? You just ruined a marriage.
Well, you take him for all he's worth.
Now, counter question. You feel like you've moved past it. You set it all up, but then you surprise him at the airport, but then you see him getting on the plane with the woman whose name he said at the wedding, going on your guys' honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
Do you...
Probably don't forgive that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm out at that point, I think.
I think what you do in that situation, you set up a bunch of rules that pull them away from each other. They can't even be friends anymore. Sorry. That's the rule.
Right. But you make that deal while you're laying in bed covering your stomach because in reality you're pregnant, but you can't let people know.
Yes.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
I know too
What
much about
show?
it.
Again, I don't know what you guys are talking about. What show?
It's Then at the wedding, will you let Ross pee on you if a jellyfish stings you?
in the
I
old
would
Brooklyn
never
cast.
let Ross pee on me. No.
Really?
No, Ross never.
Which cast member would you let pee on you? Go through them all, including
I feel like
Gunther.
I would probably put Chandler at the top because I feel like he'd make a weird joke about it that would
He's an addict.
kind
he's-
of sure.
His body's so tainted.
He'd cut through it, and then maybe Phoebe. I feel like she'd be potent. It'd probably walk the fastest.
Well, on the show, is it that Chandler gets stage fright and Joey gets stage fright, he can't do it, right? On the show. So then
Yes.
Chandler has to do it, but it haunts Chandler's dreams. Jess, is that correct?
Can we
waiting for the
confirm
thumbs
with
She's
up.
the
giving me a
judges?
thumbs up over here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And you think Joey would be the one that could pee on people.
Because he
does it in
he
bed.
whips his dick out for literally anyone, anywhere.
The show is a different time.
I feel like Monica's
Same time.
pee would be the cleanest because
Thank
she's such a clean freak herself.
Yeah, that's true.
But she also lets Richard's penis inside her. And he's fucked like 100 women.
It's true.
Well, no, he was with his wife for so many years. This is the next question.
Oh, I can move on to the next question, but first I'm going to do a little ad read from our sponsor, Honey. Have you ever been online shopping trying to find the perfect gift? Have you ever thought, dang it, I wish I had a coupon for that thing I bought because I love saving money? Of course, we all said that. Well, good news. Today's sponsor, Honey, is a free browser extension that saves you time and money when you shop online. Honey scans the internet for coupon codes and other discounts, and it works basically like magic. It automatically applies one of the biggest savings to your cart at checkout, which is always fantastic. It knows about every coupon, sale, or discount on over 20,000 websites like Amazon, Macy's, J.Crew, Domino's, Sephora, Target, and many more. So just shop like normal, and Honey finds you savings. And believe you me, it is amazing. It's really awesome when you just go online. I have personally bought a few things on Amazon and just like that, save like $5 on a wireless charger. Totally simple. I would have missed on that otherwise. So thank you, Honey, for that. Honey also has found its 10 million users over $1 billion in savings. And so why not you? So listen, there's really no reason not to use Honey. It's free to use and installs on your computer in just 2 clicks. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/dude. That's joinhoney.com/dude. Thank you, Honey. And thank you, Honey, for letting us talk about our friends. And we're friends. So we're done we're done peeing on each other, and we're done talking about marriage proposals for now. We can come back to it. It's fine.
Sure, yeah.
I'm moving on to the next one. This is one I know James and I definitely have a story about. I think we've all been there, though. This is from the episode The One with the Cop, Season 5, Episode 16. We've all helped a friend move a couch or two. What is the best strategy, and what are some common mistakes when helping a friend move?
Pivot is probably the most common strategy.
You have to pivot.
You have
Yes.
to pivot.
I feel like everyone's been in that situation, though, where someone goes, hey, can you help me move this weekend? It usually happens when you're in your late teens, early 20s.
No one's ever asked me.
Really?
Is it because I'm so weak?
It's better. You're better off for it.
Yeah, you don't want to get asked.
Life lessons I learned early on. My mom told me this. She gave me a lot of good life lessons, but one of them was don't buy a pickup truck because all your friends are going to ask you to move on weekends. I did help a friend move when I had my Honda Civic. That wasn't easy.
Well, I mean,
in there.
there's the famous story of us helping Bruce move.
Yeah, that was
Was it like a nightmare day?
It is sort of a nightmare. Yeah,
I took all his posters down.
It will.
That was fine.
When you arrive and you're like, nothing's packed, and you're like, what? It's like, yeah, let's get to work.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple times in my life. I'll tell this story because Jess is here, and I'm not saying anything bad. But we did. Her and her family did help her move one time, and it was a similar situation where it was like some stuff was packed, and it was like you have to do it. But Bruce's was different because he had a 300-pound couch. Jess had small furniture, and it was a lot easier to move around.
Well, again, Bruce also had weights. Make no mistake, as much as I love the idea of people exercising and working out, moving weights is the dumb. You feel like an idiot when you are literally holding 45 pounds and you're moving it from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs to go into a truck.
Because when you're moving a book, like a drawer or like a closed drawer, sock drawer full of Star Wars novels,
There's a purpose.
Well, at least you're like, this must be like 60, 50 pounds, something like that. Like, when you're carrying the 45-pound weight, you know what it is.
You lose
what
the
it is.
excitement of guessing how heavy it is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
When I moved from San Francisco to LA, Blaine helped me move, and that was great because he can lift anything. It was just anything that I'd be like, that's going to be way too heavy. He'd be like, no, it's not. And it was magical watching him walk. Hire Blaine to help you move.
A very adult moment I think everyone goes through is when you first move a fridge. Because in your mind, you're like, as a kid, you're like, that thing will crush me.
I have never owned a fridge. It's always been in the apartment I've been in.
Surprisingly light.
Huh.
Well, maybe newer ones are a little.
The newer
dense.
ones might be a little bit more intense. The problem is getting a fridge up the stairs. If there's no elevator, have you ever gotten a fridge up the stairs where you have it on the dolly or like the truck, and then you go, you like the strongest one, generally me, is holding it, and then everyone else is just making sure it doesn't roll off. And you go, all right, 3, 2, 1, and you go up one step, and then you wait. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
bunk, and
Yep.
you just do that for the steps.
God.
God willing, it's not a.
Because you've moved a fridge alone before, right?
Oh god.
I have a 65-inch TV that I put on something that was about the height of this table, and I was by myself. And it took me about 3 hours to figure out how the fuck I was going to do that because I couldn't lift it. It was too wide. It would slip. And if I tried to just push it from the bottom, it was too heavy. It would fall over. So then I tried stacking it on things. I was like, what if I like layer boxes and I like move it up bit by bit? That didn't work because it broke through the boxes. I ended up having to tilt it backwards and then slide it up. And just scratch the back of it.
The Egyptians.
It took me such a long time to be like, how do I do this when I live alone? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
There is a moment too, I feel like everyone goes through when you go, I'm alone.
Yeah.
And you start doing weird things with your body, like you're lifting things with your shoulder, but then
Yeah.
using your
Yeah.
calf. And it's
Not great.
you're just doing anything you can, and then you pull 6 different muscles, but you got that TV on the
Yeah.
wall. Looks great.
Didn't break it.
I'll say this: our very own John Smith moved not too long ago, and he texted me the morning of his move. I think he was moving all weekend, but he texted me like a Sunday morning really early. He was like, hey, just a heads up. I know you like lifting things. If you want to come help me move, we'll be moving from this time to this time. And I just went like, no.
Very sweet of him.
I appreciate the
Yeah.
gesture. He was not doing the thing like, can you help me move? But he was like, just genuinely, like, I know you like lifting heavy things. And I was like, not like that. Purposeful lifting.
Yeah. The adult moment I think comes into when you bite the bullet and go, I'll hire a mover.
Yeah, and also
Oh,
like
man.
some of
High
my
up lane.
friends, they had to have their couch like on a system of pulleys brought over their balcony because there was
Holy
no
shit.
other way to get it up. Like they're in situations like that. It's like just bite the bullet and get someone to come do it.
I think there was a time where I was happy to help move. I think I was like, no problem.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
I feel like I probably would be down to do it if someone asked me because I never have.
like especially like when
It's an experience.
Yeah.
you know, like when I helped Jasmine, it's like, oh, I love you. Of course, it's a family affair. We're gonna do the whole thing. It's great. This is gonna be great. But then at some point you get older and you're like, my back hurts.
Yeah, and you also know like when you're young, you're like, we all don't have a lot of money, so like we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, no, you
and
save every buck you can.
It's
but-
like picking people up from LAX or taking them to LAX, which is like a nightmare. And at a certain point, you know, especially with rideshare, if somebody asks you to get them from LAX, you're like, are you insane, man? Like, you know.
Yeah. No, we did a thing when we moved to our last place where we packed everything, but then we've done this before. We try to move as much as we can on our own. That can go in boxes, but then when it's like big heavy stuff or like TVs and things you have to be kind of careful with. Because I remember that when we helped Bruce move, that was one of the things. By the time we got everything in, the last thing he had was the TV, and he was like, just put it up. And we're like, remember it was just standing freeform in the truck, and then it just
Truck
fell.
made a right turn and
Yeah,
it fell over
yeah.
and it was
Did it
shattered
break?
by the time
Yeah,
it
of
arrived.
course.
Oh yeah, it absolutely broke. Yeah, and it's just because it's like you're just so exhausted, but you're like,
You just don't think
you're
about
not
it
even
anymore.
thinking because he was like, let's just get out of here. We're
Yeah.
going down the street. Let's leave because it wasn't that far of a move.
No, I had just had a surgery, so I had great. And then Bruce moving, I got to take the posters down.
Were you on drugs?
I got to no, I couldn't like lift
anything.
stuff.
She
So
was a coordinator almost.
I was doing this way. I was moving shoes.
yeah, good.
Spot to
And,
another.
and we've told this
It was
story before,
great.
but on top of all that, Bruce had a roommate who we've gone full circle had a big orange couch.
Yeah.
which
Big
we
orange couch.
made a joke about.
But
yeah.
like we arrived and he was like, we moving today? Bruce was like, yeah, we're moving today. It's moving day. He had 2 roommates, one who had gotten everything completely organized. And it was only the bare minimum things that needed to be moved. And then as soon as we were finished, sent us cards thanking us, like gift cards.
Wow.
And stuff. Thank you so much for that.
What a
And then-
moniker.
And then another roommate who, when we arrived, was like, "Is it moving day?" And then had no concept of where he was going to end up in the new place,
Classic Phoebe.
or anything like that.
Also, I don't remember
and then
him
also
helping.
at some point he didn't help. And then at some point, because Bruce got all of us lunch, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to get you guys all lunch and everything." I think he was like, "Where's my lunch?" Like he was like, "You didn't do anything." Oh well.
Yeah, I think that was a short-lived roommate
Pivot.
as well. Yeah, a lot of pivoting.
Pivot.
That's great. I love talking about stories about moving. It's good. Hopefully I don't have to do it again.
I was like, yeah,
anytime
it'll
soon.
just be these few stories. for
Honestly, it
this
just
for
kind of
life.
sank in me thinking about how much Blaine actually did in that move. And like, I mean, I put everything in boxes, but he really moved everything. I'm like, what am I going to do? Like,
Yeah.
I'll have to call Blaine.
still be
Like,
there.
Come to LA, please.
There's nothing to it with moving where I feel like you're just okay with everything. Because I remember one time, I think when we were moving into Bruce's place, we bashed a pillar pretty hard, like with a couch, and left a mark. And Bruce's like, "It's fine, just keep going, just keep going."
Yeah.
Like it was pivot, move, pivot. All right, move on to our next question. This is more of a, you guys can. I don't know if we want to do this one.
Well, we have to now.
What is it?
I don't know.
We have to now.
This might get dark. This is from the episode, the one with the list, season 2, episode 8. This is a
The
classic.
List.
You have to go ahead and pick two
Just
people.
a waitress.
You pick two people and you have to make a list of the pros and cons of each other.
Oh boy.
That is.
I don't want to make you guys say cons
Can
of
we
each
pick
other.
two people that aren't here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the show they did it to their face, but
All right, you pick Jess, your wife.
okay.
No.
See, pros.
You don't actually have to do that. She's cons, just a waitress.
just
She's watching. She's
I have nothing but
staring at
pros.
you.
My cons are also pros.
Oh, Benson got
Okay.
it. Benson
She's
got it. People
too
want-
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Just too pretty. It's
Benny.
distracting.
I'll do Benson.
You want to do Benson?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do Benson.
He's here. I don't know if you can see him
Pros.
on the camera.
He's a dog that loves affection.
Mm-hmm.
He gets up after everyone. He wakes up like after everyone else, which means he's not waking up early. He's relatively low maintenance in terms of like taking care of him.
I feel like you're describing me.
He is like good around people. He's friendly. And then cons, his medical expenses are absurd
through the roof.
just to keep him walking around barely or whatever. And he farts. He doesn't apologize for farting out hot air on a hot night. So,
Well, Elise, you can do the pros and cons of me because I know you have nothing but nice things to say. So
just a waitress.
Are we really gonna do this?
you can do it.
do this.
You don't have to.
No, okay.
This seemed like a good idea when I wrote it down.
it's
I
fine.
was
We're
like,
doing
this
it.
is a bad idea.
You make me laugh.
Is that a con?
That's a good thing. You're very, very funny. You.
I know it's just one.
One pro.
I hate this. I hate
Can't
this.
think of anything.
You don't have to do this. You
If
don't have
I ask you to help me with something, you'll always help me.
to. Okay.
Con. You don't help very much.
Cons.
The help is really slow.
Yeah.
I made you a thumbnail. today.
Those are two pros.
Those are two
You can only
pros.
come up
Wait,
with
no,
two-
I can do.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
it's
do
more
like
insulting
5
that the
pros
pros is
for
so
an
difficult.
animal that just drains our bank account.
You're very good to James. Like you're very like you
That's
guys
more-
are
what
very
does that mean?
sweet
It's about
together.
We've been working together for 7 years. We have
You're
to.
very sweet together.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like what the most outstanding con of Adam would be. That
Sometimes
people would just
I have one.
God damn it.
Sometimes, sometimes I'll tell you about like a movie I like or a show, and then I'll go, oh, and then like 4 weeks later you'll tell me about it because you just watched it.
That's called crypto amnesia in nature. By the way, have you guys seen Fleabag?
Season 2 is amazing.
We watched the first episode last night. It's fantastic.
Oh, I watched the first episode when it came to Amazon.
To be fair,
I told you about it that day.
Jess would have my back on this. How often do I say, "Oh, we should check out the show" because Elise or James told me it was good?
But it's never me.
Always.
Elise is always right. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, and you've been holding me back.
Fleabag?
Just,
Yeah, I only
She's
want
a
to do
good
what
one.
Elise says because she's always right.
I don't hold you.
she's a good one
You're
in the
holding her
relationship.
back. You hold con.
Jess
You
back.
hold Jess back.
Yeah, that's the other con.
he gets grumpy a little bit if
Oh.
you're playing like a
Yes.
co-op experience and
Yeah.
someone is bad.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
he's too good at the goat game.
definitely too good at the goat
I
game.
forgot we're a goat game channel. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
we do
I
that
forgot
one
to go start my millions somewhere else.
What else?
Well, we don't have to do
No,
more.
it's fine. It makes sense because I'm the one who came up with this. So like, you should all just bash me. And,
Yeah, we should probably.
I mean, I did Benson.
okay, that's fine. You don't have to do this. I
Alana,
can-
do you have a pros and cons list?
For Adam.
We all just do Adam.
it could be anyone in the office living or dead.
Jacob.
Okay, I'll do Jacob. Jacob, very bright and uplifting. He's very pleasant to be around. Nice head of hair. He's enthusiastic, hardworking. Cons. Sometimes he says some really dirty shit out of nowhere, unprompted, and you don't expect it, and it throws off your whole day.
When has he done that?
Yeah, it's wild.
Not to you.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes, and I'll be like, "What?" Very shocking. He's too attractive, difficult to be around him.
Sometimes he wears shorts inappropriately.
Yeah,
I'm like, Jacob, you could be wearing pants today.
sometimes he'll talk
He's asking
about
for it.
how he's like already light level 970 in Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, and then he also built furniture this weekend, and he has a successful relationship and a job. What's up with that?
I say Jacob lives in the 30-hour day.
Yeah.
Somehow he's managed to find an extra 6 hours that none of us have.
We were just talking about because Outer Worlds is coming out soon. We're all very excited
God, I
about
can't
it. But then there's a few. Thank God Doom got delayed, just because there's other stuff. But then like Death Stranding's around the corner.
We're allowed to say we have Death Stranding.
Are we allowed to say that?
We have Death Stranding.
Yeah, and there's been, I can't say what it is, but a number has been like sort of thrown out there of how long it is, and it's like that. There's just too much.
I think the Outer Worlds is going to ruin my life.
I guess for
can't
those who don't know, it's the guys who made Fallout New Vegas. It's their new game. It looks like the spiritual successor to Fallout. I know, James, you're not into those types of games typically.
It looks good.
World.
It looks good.
Yeah, it has like a retro futuristic vibe to
It's
it.
Fallout in space.
I dig the aesthetic. I love everything about it. But like,
you may like it based on that world more.
yeah, Jacob's gonna be like, oh yeah, I got all the trophies. I'm done.
Yeah,
And then he'll finish Death Stranding for all of us. And
I
we've
did
had
the
it.
raid too last night just for fun.
He said the other, where were we? Where were these? Like a week ago, he was like, I'm thinking about doing Sekiro again. Which he's
already
done
finished it
3
3
times.
times.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, but to get the other bad endings.
And he manages our Minecraft village. Like, I don't. Fuck Jacob.
30 hours a day.
Oh,
Yeah, you got another con about me?
yeah. And
So it was 2 pros.
though I appreciate that you don't eat meat on Wednesdays to try to be environmentally friendly, sometimes that affects my eating schedule.
We almost
You
never
could be more considerate about her food and the food she eats.
When was the last time we get lunch together once a week, maybe?
Well, maybe we do it more if there wasn't the meat thing.
That was Jess's idea.
She's the best one in the
Con.
relationship.
Con often throws Jess under the bus.
I love you, honey.
I love you too.
I'll try thinking more.
I'm going to move over to some other questions. I'll tease this one, but I do have to throw it to a quick sponsor shortly. This one has to do with a sandwich.
Yeah. This one's
I just want to remind our viewers and listeners that this podcast is brought to you by Upstart. As most of us have found out the hard way, getting into debt is easy. Getting out is hard, especially if your credit score is not so good. Thankfully, now there's Upstart.com, the revolutionary leading platform that knows you're more than just your credit score and offers smarter interest rates to help you pay off high-interest credit card debt. We've pretty much all been there. Most people I know or friends that I've known, grown up with, you've been in that situation where you're just getting by week to week, paycheck by paycheck, and it sucks. It really sucks to be drowning in debt. So Upstart goes beyond the traditional credit score system when assessing your credit worthiness. They actually reward you based on your education and job history in the form of smarter interest rates. Upstart believes you're more than just a credit score. They believe in you. They make it fast, simple, and easy to check your rate in just a few minutes. It's actually very simple. The best part, once the loan is approved and accepted, most people get their funds the very next business day. So over 300,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards or meet their financial goals, whatever they may be. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt by consolidating everything into one monthly payment with Upstart. This is me going back and telling this. I actually used to work in this before I got into media. A lot of people don't know this. Credit card debt is always insane. And what you want to do is you want to lump all your debt into a low-interest loan, and that actually helps you pay that stuff down and save money. It's a really smart way of consolidating your debt and paying it off. So see why Upstart is ranked #1 in their category with over 300 businesses on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/dude to find out how low your Upstart rate is. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes and won't affect your credit. That's upstart.com/dude. Thank you, Upstart. Thank you, Upstart, for sponsoring this show so we can talk about the sandwich. This is from the episode, The One with Ross's Sandwich, Season 5, Episode 9. Would you dive in front of a bullet to save your friend? Alternate question, would you dive in front of a bullet to save a sandwich?
Maybe if the sandwich were a moist maker.
What's a moist maker?
It's what Ross calls his sandwich.
Can you describe the moist
Wasn't
maker?
it Joey's sandwich?
No, it's Ross's.
No, it's Ross's.
Well,
It's 'cause it's a-
technically Monica's.
Yeah, I believe it's
She
a
makes it.
Thanksgiving Day,
Yes.
leftover
okay.
sandwich, and I believe the bread is arranged in a certain way because it retains moisture or passes the moisture through.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone at his office eats it. I believe
Eats it.
in the episode that we're referring to, this is where, I forget the actor's name, the one who was Phoebe's boyfriend for a while. He's
cop.
always a Boston cop.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's like Michael Hennessy or something.
Something like that. He's in,
Michael something.
Just say Titus.
he's not Titus.
Is that Titus?
He was in one of the GTAs. I do remember that. But anyway, yeah, there's the episode where, James, you can describe it. You've
Well,
done it before,
so they go on a ride along or whatever with the cop, and the three of them are sitting in the back seat, and then a car backfires, and Joey dives in front of Ross, almost like he was protecting him from the bullet that they thought, because they thought it was a gunshot. And then the rest of the time, Chandler's really hurt because he and Joey are really good friends.
But he didn't dive in front of him.
And he didn't dive in front of him. And Ross is really touched because Joey basically risked his life for him. And there's a lot of back and forth, and Joey's trying to dig his way out of it until ultimately culminates that no, Joey was actually trying to protect the sandwich that Ross had.
It's a great premise.
It's a great, yeah.
He's a big dumb idiot.
It was also
true, yeah.
Michael Rappaport. Sorry.
Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport.
That's right. Very forgetful. Very Boston. But
I
or New
would
York.
dive in front of a bullet to save any of my family members. Friends, probably not. That's fine. To save a
Makes sense.
sandwich, maybe. I do like a good sandwich.
It doesn't have to be a sandwich. The sandwich represents an inanimate object, a replaceable item that you can get at any time. So I don't know, like
A good bowl of mac and cheese.
I don't know why you'd have that out in some place where someone getting shot,
Good
but yeah.
point.
But it's this item or the person. Gotta choose.
Yeah.
I think it's two separate questions.
Or it's two separate questions. Would I just dive in front of an object to protect it?
Well, the episode brings up an interesting point that, yeah, Joey feels so little about Ross that he didn't even consider him when he thought. Once again, it was also a car backfiring. It wasn't even a bullet that went off, but he dove in front of him, and then that's what made Chandler upset.
It's almost like Seinfeldian in its premise, like just kind of how it's not dark, but it's a little bit.
This one wasn't really meant to break any new ground in
No,
discussions, like when you all hated on me.
I would
but that's
not dive in front of the item. I think
okay.
I don't know.
just
Yeah.
value-
I mean, I feel like most people should say no. I would not. I would not protect an inanimate object.
What could push me to the edge, though?
From a bullet.
Okay.
But there have been times where I've thought, like, just hey, we live in America, so you have to have your eyes and ears to the ground, baby. But where if times are like, Elise and I have been walking Benson, and I'll just be like, if something happens, how do I get them out of here? I'll just like do that.
Out of
Like,
where? Like we're not in the Pentagon.
No, but if we're like in a
Out of the street?
yeah, well, like say we're walking in a public area, or we were at amusement parks recently. You know, generally pretty secure. Or when we did Halloween Horror Nights, I was literally thinking like, what's the fastest way I could get Elise and Zach out here?
Oh, Zach's he's done.
So okay, Zach's wheelchair stops.
You would
working,
pick
and
up
Elise
Zach.
breaks her leg.
You'd pick up Zach.
Well, no, I'd throw you in the chair with Zach and then
There you go.
hit the gas.
I mean, honestly, like I'm really good in crowd situations in terms of bobbing and weaving and navigating through that. So the question is, would we get separated? I guess.
Diving in front of a bullet is tough to do. You have very specific circumstances, but I feel like I could do it
Could you imagine?
for you or Benson.
Can you imagine diving in front of a bullet and missing,
Yeah.
connecting with the bullet?
Well, there's also the Thomas Wayne situation where he goes, "Put the gun down, Joe. Chill," and then he gets shot. He goes, "I saved you, honey," and then he goes, "Ah, dang!" and he shoots her too.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
goes, "Oh, don't shoot my boy. I hope." And then he just dies. Then he just
No
goes,
chill, more like.
Yeah. That was sort of a throwaway question, much like many of these. This is the real one, though. This is from the episode of the one where Ross and Rachel take a break, season 3, episode 15. When you and a significant other go on a break, how long until you are allowed to see other people? Ross waited about 15 minutes. As Jess keeps reminding me, he hooked up with the copy girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because she had a belly button piercing, right?
Something like that. And she's even like, she's on Ross's side. She's like, "Hey, I hope you get back together with your girlfriend." And then Rachel finds out that he hooked up with another girl, and she's upset. But there's the famous line, "We were on a break." So Yeah, when you break up. What's the statute of limitations? I don't know.
A breakup, I think, is different than what they were on. Because they were so hot and heavy, and they were reaching a fever pitch, and I think they both kind of agreed, like, maybe we should take a step back from this. So in that particular scenario, I was very much on Rachel's side. Because I think once you pursue a physical relationship with someone else, you should presume that unless that was agreed upon with your other partner, that you're moving to the next phase of something. You're moving on. So Ross's excuse never flew for me. Again, Ross is a trash person who I love. He's hilarious in that show.
Yeah, I think if you're on a break, I would say never. If it's a break, you never hook up with someone else because the point of a break is usually to repair the relationship. So never. But if you're broken up, whenever the fuck you want,
go out that night.
Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say don't do what Ross did, which was fuck someone immediately. But I would also say, like,
give it like 12 hours.
had they stopped and had a conversation talking about the terms of their break, because like all they needed to say is, well, do we see other people? Do we have a physical relationship with other people during this time? Like that was never discussed between them. But maybe that's, for me, if like two people were like, okay, well, part of this break is we're going to go and we're going to see if maybe there are other people that are better for us. And we are going to have a physical component to that.
But like James said, they were so hot and heavy, they never got to that discussion because it was just so heated that they just
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
But in that case, I mean, Ross should have just
I would just assume
chilled and
that you shouldn't do anything.
yeah, he didn't want to break up, right? So Ross.
He was clearly doing it to get back. He felt that he had been slighted. And this was he actively pursued this poor copy girl because he wanted to hurt Rachel because he felt like he had been hurt. So just so everyone's aware of what happened on that show.
Similar but different. Cable guy. You're Matthew Broderick. Your girlfriend dumps you because you hang out with your cable guy too often, and then you sleep with a hooker, not knowing she's a hooker. Are you in the wrong?
Wasn't he also on like psychedelics?
Probably. I think.
I think he's fine.
Thought he was high, or something.
Something he gave him something.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey gave him something, and then he sang that. He sang the cover of that beautiful. Not beautiful stranger. What is it?
Want somebody to love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sang that, and then Matthew Broderick.
What is that?
That one's just really noisy. So
Matthew Broderick went into the room, and that prostitute slept with him.
But he didn't know it was a prostitute.
He didn't know it was a. Well, I mean, he didn't know it was a prostitute, but. Yeah, he was
sex
dumb.
workers here, by the way, and it's a legal profession in some states, and we applaud you.
He was
the
dumb.
oldest profession.
It was pretty clearly established in Cable Guy, I think, that she was like, we're through. And so I wouldn't put that on him as much.
Nope, fine.
But again, that's the same. It's the vengeance.
I'm getting ahead of ourselves. Our Cable Guy podcast is next week. That is, I believe, the 17th.
What are they bringing for that
wait.
one?
What?
What are they bringing for that one?
for the set.
For the set.
Giant satellite dish.
Satellite dish from the end of the movie.
I think Jim Carrey's going to come by and talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay, good.
Is that
probably-
before
What's
or
your real
after
name?
his opinion on vaccines?
Ricardo.
I have one.
Ricky Ricardo.
I have one final question here before we get to our trivia game.
Oh.
I mean, our special event that I don't want to spoil yet. It's a
Well,
trivia game.
you kind of did.
I mean, well, I guess it's not flipped. You had no idea. So this is from the episode, the one where everyone finds out, season 5, episode 14. Did you ever know something that the other person didn't know that you knew, but you actually knew? Or did you ever know something about the other person, but they knew that you knew, but you didn't know that they knew you knew?
Yes.
You don't have to tell the specifics, but if you have a story, jump right in.
Where like you and someone else who you're trying to keep a secret from someone else, but that person knows.
But they don't know that you know.
But they don't know
That you don't know that you know that they know.
Neither of us know that either of us know.
You have a secret. They know the secret, but they don't know that you know that they.
No.
I'm sleeping with Chandler, and I don't want anyone to know that I'm sleeping with Chandler, but they do know that I'm sleeping with Chandler.
Yes. Hey.
I think there have been times where like I've known a surprise
Mm-hmm.
and I just pretend like.
But I've known that you know a surprise.
No, not with you. No, with
I always
you.
fuck that up.
How so?
If I know the surprise, I'm like, I figured it out.
Mhm.
And I should not do that. I should be like, oh, but that feels like lying.
Right. But what do you do to let so that they don't know that you know?
just never mention it.
Okay.
But then, like, I mean, I don't know. If people try to surprise me, I'll be like, I kind of figured it out, because I feel like being disingenuous is also shitty. So
it's one of
but
my
it makes
favorite
people feel bad.
episodes. We watched it last night. It's the one where Chandler and Monica are in a relationship,
Yeah.
and some people know, some people don't know, and they're trying to figure out, and they're all messing with each other, and it just keeps getting deeper and
No
deeper.
one wants to explicitly say it.
It's fantastic for a sitcom premise, but I've never had a situation like that where it is like a perpetual bluff of like, I know this, I know, and it just keeps going and going. But I thought it made for a great episode. But I don't know. I was just wondering, because I've never known anyone to have that happen in real life.
I guess I've had it with like friends who are working on NDA projects. If they're like, they're voice acting in a game or they're appearing in something and they're like, I can't tell you what this is, and I'm like, but if it were this project, and they're like, well, I can't say. And I'm like, why?
I did do that with
Yeah.
Ed Boon once.
Oh.
I just, this happens all the time in game development where you talk to someone early on. So Injustice was announced. He was at Comic-Con. I think we had to do an interview for him for work. And after we're talking, I'm like, oh, I can't wait till you add Bane. And he sort of looked at me like, who told you we're putting Bane in it?
Rhymes with Boone. No, not rhymes.
Well, I was just like, it's a fighting game. Why wouldn't you have Bane
Yeah.
in the game? And he was just sort of like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know anything. I just assumed, but he sort of told me with his beautiful eyes. Yeah.
I guess I have had situations where, I definitely have had situations where I know something that a third party told me that they were not supposed to divulge. And then the other second party was like, then you'd like hang out with the second party and they're like, oh, I can't talk about this thing. And you're like, oh no, I totally get it, except I know what it is.
I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a common thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. They just did a good way. They made it funny. I guess
Phoebe
it's a
goes,
lot darker.
No.
And also the cap on it is that they have this back and forth through the whole episode where everyone inferring and everyone being paranoid and suspicious of one another. And the very last thing once it's revealed is don't tell Ross.
Yeah. Well, because Chandler or Joey's like, finally, now we can let it rest. Like, well, Ross doesn't know.
We'd
so-
really appreciate if nobody mentioned anything to Ross. It's
But then he
like
finds out at
such
the
a
end of the
great,
episode because he sees him. For some
Get
reason,
off my sister.
He keeps plowing her against the glass for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's great.
They
like,
know that they look out those windows because they see the big naked guy.
They do it all the
Oh,
time.
Ross, yeah, lives
Ugly
in his
naked
apartment.
man.
I think it's Ross is he's there viewing the ugly naked guy's apartment.
No, he got
That
it. He got
episode.
it. He's
gets the
showing
apartment.
it to his coworker, saying, like,
right.
because he gets naked with big naked guy, and
That's
so
right.
that's
And isn't there also like a hot politician that they look at a lot or something?
George Stroumboulopoulos
That's
is
it.
staying across the way.
Strompopoulos.
Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe George Stroumboulopoulos is the Canadian TV show. It's George.
It's definitely something like
George
that.
Stephanopoulos.
Stephanopoulos.
Sorry.
George Stroumboulopoulos is the.
That's a made up name. That
No,
sounds like
he's a
Charlie and the
Canadian
Chocolate Factory.
TV
That's the
host.
most Canadian thing I've ever heard.
Well, stay tuned for our Friends trivia game. It's not what you think it is, unless you've watched Friends like a crazy person and you know exactly what we're going to do. But before we do that, I want to thank Bespoke for sponsoring this podcast. This fall, start a new monthly routine. I dare you, that will upgrade your life and style with Box of Awesome from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. So whether you're looking to craft your own hard cider or toast perfectly aged fall cocktails, I know we're all looking forward to doing that, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear, Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. I'm personally a big fan of the Weekender and the Speakeasy. We actually have the Weekender bag around here. We use it from time to time. It's really classy yet manly. Pretty much the perfect way to describe me. Question mark? You don't have to answer that. That's okay. So to get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right box of awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. All very simple. Each box costs only $45 and has over $70 worth of gear inside. Quite the deal. So get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code DUDE, D-U-D-E, at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code DUDE, for 20% off your first box. Thank you, Bespoke. Yeah, thank you, Bespoke. All right. I believe there is a guest star on today's episode.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're coming into Central Perk right now.
Who is? Could it be?
It's
Could it
me. Where do I go?
You
You
take
can
your
bring the
stool.
stool in.
Oh.
And do you do your patented catchphrase?
Yeah, hit your classic.
I don't know if you're on camera, so you may
Come
wanna-
on. Go all the way over there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put a stool on that. That's fine.
This isn't live or anything.
Is this good, Omar?
Yes, it gets it.
Oops, spilled the beans.
Yeah, excellent. Good. Yeah. I like it.
That's
So-
it. Yeah, the crowd's going wild for it.
So,
Yeah.
in
Dining post.
the ultimate episode of Friends, I say this is my list.
great
It is the
episode.
definitive list.
Good episode.
It's the one with the embryos, which the embryo part is actually not very interesting. It's the trivia game they play. This is from season 4, episode 12. This is where the men, Joey and Chandler, play a trivia game against Monica and Rachel to win their apartment, and they want in exchange for getting rid of their rooster. That's the bet, essentially. But they have to do a trivia game as made by Ross. So I've taken myself out of this trivia game, and hold on.
Well, look,
All right,
look
great.
careful there.
Good. Wow.
Something fell out.
Board. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
I have made a trivia game. Sorry,
That's
Benson.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's all right, Benson.
The categories are fears and pet peeves, ancient history, literature, and it's all relative.
Great.
Yes, it is the men versus the
exciting.
women. James and Jacob are trying to move into Alana and Elise's apartment in exchange for, what do you guys want? What do the ladies want?
Oh, we want them to get rid of their rooster. 'Cause
Yeah.
it crows and it keeps us up.
Never.
yeah,
too
and it doesn't
loud.
have to be the same premise.
Oh, okay.
It's a modern day.
I guess what do we want?
What would I want?
To be paid
Look at us,
to be
me.
paid the same salary. Yes, comparable salary.
We don't deserve that.
We want Jacob to delete his destiny character. I don't want that. That's like
That's
really
so
vicious.
mean.
I don't want
All those hours.
I want Jacob to
uh,
watch a scary movie alone.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone have a
Stakes are high.
coin?
Okay, yeah.
Any sort of
what?
coin? I was supposed to
to
do a
a coin
coin flip.
toss?
I totally forgot.
I do not.
Oh, is that how they start it?
Yes.
You could flip a packet of sugar.
I'll flip a packet of sugar. 1 sec. Okay.
Everything you guys have said in the past like 5 minutes has just been going out in one ear, out the other. for
The
me.
trivia is not
completely
about friends, by the way. It is about each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's how well you know each other. Okay? And
We didn't.
Somebody
decide
call it.
Yeah,
anything.
well, so it was
you have
what?
to-
that's from the episode.
Okay.
Okay. Someone call it?
Heads.
Sweet low, sweet and low.
It's tails.
No.
All right.
Ladies go first.
seems
This is
good.
already much different from the show. Fascinating. Ladies,
This is vodka.
go ahead and pick your category.
Fears and pet peeves.
Fears and pet peeves.
Seamless.
This could be great.
This is a question for the men. Oh wait, no, it should be for the women.
I mean, they picked their own category, right?
Yeah, there's 2 on here. I didn't really. Okay. Okay, for the ladies. This is actually the wrong team. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, God, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
It's okay, Benson.
It's like he's going to
Do you want a hand? Do you need help?
Don't help him.
No, what? It's fine. It's all going.
3 cards are off the board. Nothing's
Okay.
happened.
Do you want a hand?
Okay.
Fixing the board.
The name of the game is that you're supposed to know.
This is going on the pros side. By the way.
You fucked up trivia.
Okay.
You're supposed to know more about each other. So this is a
Okay.
question for the ladies. Where are you going? What? No, it's fine. Leave it. It's actually going to be really hard for me to keep reaching over there and grabbing it. It's fine. I spent very little time on this.
Sure you did, Adam.
Don't-
Sure
no.
you did.
All right.
Okay.
Question for the ladies. Go ahead. I'll wait for you, Elise.
I didn't look at it.
Name Jacob's biggest fear.
Growing old, maybe. I don't know.
Well, one person answers for both,
Like
so
spiders or something.
you can discuss it.
Jacob's biggest fear.
Am I supposed to know the answer too?
You don't know your biggest fear?
They're so numerous. I have to pick one.
Name one of Jacob's fears.
There we go.
Spiders.
Sure. Seems like
I
a
don't
safe
know,
bet.
or ghosts. Just ghosts. General ghosts.
No, I feel like Jacob would fuck up a ghost.
Intimacy.
All right, next one you have to guess. Or you have to give an
I
answer.
feel like we go with spiders. I feel like it's a safe bet.
Jacob, are you scared of spiders?
Yeah, I guess so. It depends on how fat its butt is. So yes.
Did you have an answer written there?
The answer was dying alone, but yeah, sure.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
I was not consulted.
Men, your turn. The score right now is 1-0.
Ooh.
Ladies leading.
Man, I like that.
What do you? Which one do you want to do?
Pet peeves, ancient history, literature, and it's all relative.
Ancient history, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking ancient
We'll
history.
do ancient history.
Okay, I think I got one here already.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Okay, this one only Jacob Well, yeah, no, only Jacob can answer this.
Okay, great.
This is a when or where did James and Elise first meet?
You guys first met in the shadow of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Oh, God.
All right, well, that's out.
Oh, that wasn't right.
Well, we lost that. I mean,
Correct
you lied.
answer was the Disney Channel chat room.
That's not
Oh,
the correct
not correct
answer.
Oh, where was it?
It was a chat room.
Well, we didn't meet in a
oh
chat.
no, we obviously didn't meet there.
That's where you first met. Was a chat room.
A chat room.
Yeah,
We met in Toronto.
I added the Disney
thing.
Channel thing because
Okay,
I don't know.
alright.
I don't know which chat
I don't
room.
watch Disney Channel.
Oh, yeah.
AOL.
I didn't have
cool.
Disney Channel.
You're
Alright.
both like suspiciously defensive about this, so it was definitely a
Well,
Disney TV chat room.
I thought the answer was YYZ, the Toronto airport.
Anyway, ask your
Okay.
questions.
Well, no. The
Category?
You pick your
Oh,
category.
yeah.
Hey, you guys
go
go
What's the
six.
score? Can we check the score?
the women 1, men 0.
We'll pick.
He's at
It's all
spiders.
relative.
It's all relative.
When did you guys get a point?
He's scared of spiders.
I said
But
sort of.
the answer was dying alone.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Alana has to answer this question.
Okay.
Which member of Funhouse went to high school with James?
Is it Omar?
Incorrect. It was Dan.
I did know that. Fuck.
Damn you should
Ooh.
answer. At least cannot answer this one. This one.
I know half the questions.
I don't know his
most of the
name.
people
I was
can't
like, there are
answer.
people who've known each other for a long time, and I knew that Omar had, but I did know that.
All right.
All right, men.
What do you want, Jacob?
Literature has been untouched, or except for the one in Adam's hand right there. Let's just take that one. Literature.
Literature.
We're experts on it.
Okay. James, you can answer this one,
I can.
but it would be better if Jacob does.
Oh, I don't know. God damn it.
What is Elise's favorite book?
Oh.
I don't even know if you know this. I don't even know if I know this.
Favorite book. Did you ask
you even
anyone
have this
any of these? Do you
I
know any
this.
of
I
this?
didn't
I
get
know.
asked
I
any
can
of this
answer
shit.
this.
Could you?
Does she
I
like
could. I'm not going to because I wrote the rules.
James? Do you think it's a paperback or hardcover?
That
She
doesn't
can't afford
matter.
Hardcover? Are you kidding me?
Paperback.
She can't afford hardcover. Your guess is as good as mine.
Do I need to
I think
answer this?
nonfiction.
No.
No?
definitely not.
Damn it. I'm going to say.
Five, 4.
Inkheart.
Inkheart.
The answer was Cloud Atlas.
It's not. I've never actually read it. I've only seen the movie. I've never read Inkheart.
I think I see where this
I don't think
trivia
I've
is
read
going.
Inkheart
It's a
either.
Madman. It's Willy Wonka's trivia
It's
game.
who he wants us to be. I've actually
I also
never
would
read
have
that.
accepted Sherlock Holmes.
Never. Oh, I've only read a
The
couple.
book.
of
What was the
Sherlock
book?
Holmes.
Yeah.
Well, what is your favorite book then?
I love. I mean, the Westing game was like when I was a kid. My favorite book. I thought it was like great. I guess I
was
don't.
thinking
I love
Danicula.
Memoirs of a Geisha. I think
Oh,
is
yeah.
excellent.
yeah.
I mean, I do.
Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Great,
I was
great
actually
book.
thinking
Great
that
book.
one.
I also would have accepted anything that she said yes to. But,
Salem's Lot is a great.
not
book.
okay.
Caught.
Well, once again,
Almost.
score still 1-0.
Sleepwalkers, yeah.
This rooster's gonna die.
I've never
so,
read
Good.
Inkheart.
Keeps waking me up.
Ladies, go ahead and pick your category. I'm only also separating it by genders because the show did it.
Yeah.
I'm
And
progressive.
because you're a sexist.
But it's fun.
Let's go with it's all relative.
Questions.
Well, it's funny because they all have like different push pins, and I was like, oh, he assigned different push pins
No.
to what gender.
No, he
but he's just as confused by this
He
game as
didn't
we
do
are.
that. No,
All
not
I
at
know from this is that we need to
Okay.
give Adam a game show.
Okay. This is a question for the ladies. What 2 races make up Jacob?
Good luck.
Oh my god. White and something else.
I mean, look
I
at it.
think this feels offensive. I think it's Filipino.
And the other one?
Don't confirm anything, Jacob.
and
Yeah, I think you're right.
one. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in Filipino.
Are you?
Yes.
Have you ever heard me speak Tagalog?
The
Well,
fact
you
that you
know,
know what
yeah,
that is
that
is an
ruins it.
indicator.
I don't know how to spell it, though.
Yeah, it's Filipino and something.
Yeah, you guessed the other race.
Is it white?
I don't know.
It's just he's got a lot of white interests.
Last name's Fullerton.
He plays a lot of
Is it where you
Destiny.
say
Jacob?
Is
Are
this
they
final
correct?
answer? Is white and Filipino?
That's what they said.
Yeah, they're right. They're right. They got me.
Wow. 2
Not
points for the
racist.
ladies.
Usually it's a mystery. That's the first time anybody's ever gotten it correct.
All right, guys. Plenty of pet peeves left.
Yeah, we'll do pet peeve.
Okay. What is Jacob's biggest pet peeve?
What does Jake? He doesn't like
I have to think of these answers too.
scary stuff. He probably doesn't like traffic.
Oh yeah, he deals with traffic every
Yeah, I
day.
feel like it probably annoys him. God, he's always so pleasant. Things that would annoy
You
Jacob.
have 5 seconds left.
Or rudeness, maybe.
No, I don't think he'd even care.
3.
I'm just gonna go with traffic. I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
Jacob doesn't like
That's
traffic.
good.
That's a pretty good guess.
The correct.
But
I know the answer. Go ahead.
oh, okay.
Go ahead, say it.
I was gonna say just bad moviegoers.
There it is. I was going to say that or the line at
Oh.
Raising Cane, his favorite chicken place.
That makes sense.
I always go through the drive-through. Who we can
I've heard Jacob complain about bad movie experiences.
with uncharacteristic passion. That's how I usually explain.
The
it.
problem
Okay.
is that Jacob, when Jacob's even like upset about something, he's still pleasant in the way that he
You'd never
I was
know.
upset about it.
talks about
That
it.
makes sense.
We'll do pet peeves.
Okay. Name Elise's biggest fear.
This is for both of us, I
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know this.
You should know this too.
I feel like I could guess
My
this
greatest
one.
fear?
Fear.
Oh yeah. This is
Yeah.
like
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Dying alone?
no, it's also Barbara Dunkelman's greatest fear.
Is it dementia?
Yes,
Alzheimer's?
it is Alzheimer's disease.
Okay, got it.
I was gonna be
Got it.
people that are wider than they are tall.
We always forget.
That
Man,
too.
we only have 2 points on the board. We're getting pretty down here. We're not, no lightning round. I don't think we're gonna hit that.
Probably
because-
not.
Okay, we
probably
got
not.
time.
Okay.
We're gonna go with literature.
You got it. Coming right up. Everything collapses.
Elise cannot answer this
Okay.
question. What is James's favorite movie? He has said it multiple times.
James's
I'm trying to think of a week that goes by where he doesn't say it.
Shit.
Do you not know?
You know. That's why she can't answer.
And it's not like ironic.
No, God, no. Yeah, you got 5 seconds left.
Fuck.
4, 3,
Shit.
2, 1, 0.
Yeah, I have absolutely
you a clue.
no idea.
I won't say the whole title, but I'll say it begins with Harold and Kumar ...
The answer is Gattaca.
Oh, yeah.
were you
I
thinking?
okay.
don't know. I've just been talking about Monster Squad so much lately.
Oh, well, that's just
Clouded my.
flights of fancy.
All right, we only have about
10 more.
7 more. We don't have to do all of them,
Jacob,
but
go ahead.
Should we get that one that we apparently only we can answer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All relative.
what nickname does Alana's mom call her? She visited us for a little while.
Yeah, and she was just
Oh,
on the
UN,
phone. She was
Bruce
just
knew
on
that.
the phone.
I was yesterday, yeah.
I was thinking of something start with a B as well.
5 seconds.
Wallaby.
Incorrect. Alana, it is.
Munch.
That was
Munch.
close.
I thought it was Lonnie, but
Lonnie also works.
I've heard. I remember your mom when she came in, she kept calling you Lonnie. I just remember that.
Yeah, I guess in your accent it would be Larney.
Larney?
Or
Lonnie.
Barney. All right, ladies.
not Wallaby.
We're getting
Not
pretty low
Wallaby.
here. So
Wallaby.
What? Ancient history. Have we done ancient history?
We've done one
Yeah,
ancient.
take one of those.
What is
Good.
this? Why is that scribbled
Yeah,
in
you didn't-
pencil?
he
I
ran
had
out
to
of
change
paper.
it because I got the categories mixed up.
Okay, got it.
What year was Jacob born?
Jacob is 28.
2000 and
28. Well, when Jacob started working with us,
How long
That's not when I
ago
was
was
born.
28?
To us, it
He's
was.
either 27 or 28, and I think he's 28. How long ago is
I
that?
mean, you don't really have to do math,
Math.
but is that correct, Jacob?
Math?
Well,
Wait,
I guess
Oh,
just say the year.
well, my
year?
age?
oh,
What year was he born?
Yeah.
What, I don't know.
Bonus points if you know the month.
That would
Yeah.
be 91. Is that correct
Ooh.
math?
You want bonus points?
Or you'd be 90.
Jacob,
Earth, Wind, and
I
Fire?
think,
I think he's 91.
were you born in January?
No, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wasn't-
That's my hint.
September.
Yeah.
I know,
because there's a
Earth,
picture
Wind-
photo.
Earth-
beside your birthday.
Earth, Wind, and Fire specifically. There's a very specific date.
September. Do you
21st.
remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
okay. That was right. That was
You
Get
were born
a
in the
half point.
September. Yeah.
Why?
Half point.
Yeah.
It's 91, right?
Yes. That's
Yes.
correct.
All right, men. We're
Ancient history.
Jacob, I don't know if you shouldn't be able. Well, yeah, you can answer. This is fine.
We'll find out.
When did Alana first meet Jacob?
When did Alana first meet Jacob?
Hmm.
Like what date?
Event, place.
Did I first?
When did they
meet
first meet in person?
In person.
Fuck.
I'm gonna say the Rooster Teeth Christmas party.
Bonus points if you can say the year.
I have no recollection of this.
Does anyone know the
I'm
answer to
recollecting
this?
right now, actually. I think I've recollected it.
2017.
I believe that is correct.
2017.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Whenever John Smith dressed up as a sailor man.
Yes, because I do
yeah.
remember
Yeah.
talking to you at that party.
Yeah.
And
That's one.
all
I think it's
remember.
when
I
we
was
all
at
first met
RTX
Alana.
that year, too.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I might have to concede that I think he's 2016.
I think it is too.
I think it's
Oh.
2016.
Yeah.
Because there was the sailor there was him dressed as a sailor in that one room, but then there was a party the year before that I think you were also at.
Yeah, I was at 2016, 2017.
We'll have to check the books.
I don't
on
know
that.
if I met you at that.
Give me a
one,
half
though.
point.
I might have just been wandering
Half
around.
point.
Yeah, you can have half.
That's true.
Yeah, I'll take
All right.
it.
Who knows?
Ladies, all right, we got 3 cards left. We're gonna end up cutting this whole thing down so it's watchable.
I think it's your turn to pick.
You guys can
one.
pick one. You can grade.
There's 3 left.
Literature, I suppose.
Nope, that's garbage.
Okay. What is Jacob's favorite thing to do when he's not working?
Play Destiny.
Is that correct?
Sure. Yeah.
Of course it is.
I would have accepted
Anything.
playing video games. That was an
Yeah.
easy one. It's a layup.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, men.
That's all I do recently.
Jacob?
Ancient history.
I don't know. Have we done all our answers?
You may have.
Yeah, you guys already did that.
Yeah.
You're
We can only do literature.
you can only do literature.
Oh, okay. Literature.
I mean, you guys already lost because there's not
Wait.
enough.
I would say, how do they have more questions? They answered first.
It should be even. It should be
Was
2
it?
each.
Should be.
I think
Who
it
knows?
was.
Well,
We'll
then
have to
it shouldn't have ended on them.
no, I mean,
He's right. It's fine.
Literature.
who's
All right.
Alana's second favorite comic book hero?
Second favorite.
First of all, comic books are not literature. They're toys. They have no intrinsic value. Second favorite comic.
I don't know.
Uh,
Oh no, I do.
The only thing I could think would be like Wolverine.
I was thinking of that green rabbit from Star Wars.
Oh wow, that's
Of course
way
you
out.
were.
Yeah.
What?
2 very different.
That's not my
answers.
answer though.
I don't know the answer to this. Only
Oh.
Alana knows.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The only thing that seems on brand would be
Not like Moon Knight or something.
no, certainly not Moon Knight.
Because that's not the favorite.
No one's favorite
All right.
comic book character is Moon Knight.
5 seconds.
I'm gonna say I think we need to say Wolverine.
Wolverine? Okay.
Yeah.
It's Cable.
Oh. That's
But Wolverine's Australian.
Wolverine's pretty close
I
though.
thought it was Moon Knight.
All right, and this is just since you got the score right now is 2.5 to 1/2. Final question for ladies is who's Jacob's favorite parent?
It's a trick question. He has 2 dads.
I was formed in a vat, actually.
I think that's all the questions. I must have lost.
I might have
one.
escaped a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. ooh.
You're right, James.
It would have been the deal breaker.
It doesn't matter.
Don't
You
they
guys-
just do the thing where one of them just runs into the room or something? How does it end?
How does
They
it
win?
end? They end by getting it wrong because they ask what does Chandler do for a job,
Oh,
and
no one knows.
No one knows. Even the audience is like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he does. It's always unclear.
Yeah.
But that's it for our episode today. Thank you for coming. Thank you, special guest Jacob.
I learned a lot about myself as well.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Our team put a lot of work into putting the set together. So give them a little round of applause. Thank you. You don't have to. It's
Well, the
fine.
audience will.
The audience
What
will.
the
I'll give them 4 applause.
Great job with your
How long
game
has
and
that been
stuff.
in?
I
whole
hope
time.
so. It was a mess. It made James laugh. That's really all it is.
Just how you scrambled for it that made me laugh.
Thank you to our sponsors, Honey Bespoke and Upstart. We'll see you guys next week. Take it
Thank
easy.
you.
Bye.
You know, this isn't a world where someone's going to hit us with a lightning bolt. So you don't have to
Is there-
worry
is there
about
a
that.
max
Most
hit
likely,
point?
someone's going to either punch us or in America shoot us.
It'd be easier if we
So-
established like what the max hit point a human being could have
Possibly?
is.
Oh, I don't know that you could ever establish a max.
I
Let's say
It's always gonna-
Rasputin.
I mean, let's say out of 100.
And when
gonna
you're,
be a
and when
hardier
you're at
human.
0, are you dead or are you like just knocked down to